Hi, it's Someone1975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous and Legacy version of Xbox. In the background I've got some footage of me sharing wing missions, which was my July wing mission sharing. However, we're going to do another video talking about the Online Safety Act because there has been gaslighting of the most epic proportions. Now normally when you have a debate about something and people disagree about things, you can have a healthy debate. If you haven't really got any points to make, you may be turned to personal and ad hominem attacks or gaslighting your opponents because you haven't got anything better to come at them with. And that's really where we find ourselves with this.
Oh shit, here we go again.
So people in the UK are making it clear they don't like the Online Safety Bill because it has an overreach of censorial intent. Some of the regulations have got nothing to do with protecting the children and look like they're just about censoring news, legitimate political debate and opinions, which doesn't really seem like it's in any way, shape or form protecting the children. But this is what Labour MP had to say.
If you want to overturn the Online Safety Act, you are on the side of predators, not those who want to keep children safe.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
So instead of arguing their case, that was the point they made, that basically anyone disagreeing with them was on the side of predators, which didn't hold any weight whatsoever. Especially as the people mainly against the Online Safety Bill when it was going through Parliament were, well, Labour government, because it was an act brought into Parliament by the Conservatives, which was widely voted against by Labour. So they disagreed with the act coming in the first place, so were they on the side of predators then? I mean, on the side of predators, I don't know what he's on about. My main argument is this doesn't protect children as well as it should do, and the fact that enabling child protection on the kid's phone does more than this bill does. But here's him again.
Make sure that children are kept safe in the digital age, just as we strive to keep children safe in the online world, offline world as well.
I'll be honest, if I was the Labour government I wouldn't be making this argument. This is a very dumb one to be making because it's so obvious they're not doing enough in the real world to protect children from predators. In fact, they decrease jail sentences for sex offenders, they decrease the sentences for people trafficking child pornography. They, have been letting people out of prison early. They've been doing stuff which I would consider to be very, very dodgy. They've also they voted against doing a national inquiry into the grooming gangs. So in what way are they keeping children in the real world safe from predators? In fact, they're covering up for predators, they're hiding predators, they're importing predators, and they're not deporting predators quick enough. So if I was the Labour government, that's not an argument I would have made. But back to the Online Safety Bill, privacy settings enabled by a parent would do more to protect a child than the Online Safety Bill does. However, and also there's loads of sections of the Online Safety Bill that has nothing to do with protecting children. It is about changing the course of speech. It is about clamping down and censoring alternative media, people on YouTube and stuff like that. That's what this is for. It's an overreach by a government desperately try and take over control of the narrative. These powers are brought in by the Tories, but they will be definitely weaponised by the Labour Party.
It prevents adults from contacting children who don't know each other, strangers contacting children.
Now that is something that I think the Online Safety Bill, the sort of thing that it should do. It should stop predators from contacting children. Yeah, I can see a sense in that. That would be amazing. I have read through all of the pages and all I can find that stops predators talking to children is the fact that children won't be there to be talked to because they'll be banned from everything. Which is kind of a bit of a weird way of keeping people safe by just basically banning them from talking, or banning them from being engaged in the conversation. You're allowing 16-year-olds to vote, but you're not allowing 16-year-olds to engage in certain political conversations with adults. Look, are they adults or are they not adults? Make your mind up. And also, you've managed to, the only thing I could find in the bill that I when it comes to stopping adults talk to children is this one little bit. That's great. If it brings in, stuff stopping adults or discouraging adults from talking to children online, that's a great thing. I think we can all agree that's something that's worthwhile doing. But they could have done that and just ask parents to switch on the parental guidance on their router and on their kids' phones, and it would have been way more than this online safety bill is providing in terms of protection. My biggest issue is this is a sledgehammer to a walnut, and a lot of the things they're planning just backfire. Like they don't want people talking about eating disorders and harmful things, but then they're blocking people from support groups talking about those harmful things. And so the place that could help these people get past the problem, they'll be blocked from. You've blocked girls from entering the Reddit sexual assault survivors group unless they're over 18. How is that helping any teenage girl? Crazy.
So where we do look at those people who do want to circumvent the rules, I say to them directly, please do the right thing, because every time you prove your age, you keep children safe across Britain.
Somebody please think of the children!
I mean, this is all they have, is a ridiculous appeal to, like, overlook all the negative things, just please think of the children. No, I'm sorry, but like, asking people to share their identity with multiple third-party companies that, by the way, only make profit from selling data is not a good idea. Also, calling everyone that's against this bill a supporter of predators is not going to go down well. I mean, let's face it, how many people have signed the petition? And you're not making any sensible arguments. You're not explaining to us why this bill is better than just asking parents to switch on parental controls. If parents switched on parental controls and you brought in tougher guidelines on dealing with online predators and harsher sentences for online predators and harsher sentences for paedophiles caught with paedophile images, and you deported some paedophiles, you'd be doing way more to protect the children of this country than what your stupid bill is doing. Because all your stupid bill is doing is exposing every adult in this country to more potential credit card fraud, more potential identity theft. When Keir Starmer made his speech outside Number 10 saying that they were going to tread lightly on our lives and not really affect us, I didn't think within a year we'd be talking about a state that's so censored, that's so down on free speech, everyone's scared to speak and everyone's like this.
I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble. And I don't want to be in big trouble.